Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Peak English Listening Channel. Are you tired of studying English? Do you feel like you are wasting your time? Today's topic is exactly for you. The topic is don't waste your time learning English like this. Today, we will learn how to speed up the process. We will look at what works and what does not work. We will learn how to be a confident English speaker. Let me introduce our friends for today. We have Alex and Amelia. Alex is very stressed today. He has tried to learn many languages, but he was not successful. Amelia is going to help him. She will share 5 important things and 1 bonus tip. These tips mix science and personal experience. Do not worry, my friends. The conversation will be very slow. The words will be clear and simple. Now, here is your listening challenge. Listen carefully to their conversation. Here is the question. What does Amelia say learning English is like? Is it a sprint? Or is it a marathon? Keep your ears open. Let's dive right in.
Oh no, I cannot do this. This is so difficult.
Alex, what is wrong?
I am trying to learn English, but I am not a confident speaker.
Have you studied other languages before?
Yes, I have. I learned French, Chinese, and Spanish. I am confident with those languages, but I also tried Italian, Malay, and Japanese. I was not successful with them.
Why were you successful with some, but not others?
I do not know. I am making the same mistakes with English now. I am wasting my time.
Let me help you, Alex. I will tell you 5 things that work. They will help you learn English more effectively.
Really? Are they based on science?
Yes, they are based on linguistic research and also personal experience.
Please tell me.
Number 1, to learn English effectively, you must be focused.
Focused?
Yes. In English, we say, put your blinkers on.
Blinkers? What are blinkers?
Have you ever watched horse racing?
Yes, I have.
The horses have things on their eyes. They cannot see the sides. They only see one thing.
Ah, I understand.
If you do not have blinkers on, you will get distracted.
That is true.
Let me tell you a story. I lived in Italy for 2 months. I taught English to the Italian police.
Wow. The Italian police?
Yes, I picked up some Italian there. I used it in coffee shops and restaurants.
Did you continue when you went home?
No, I practiced for a week or 2, and then I stopped.
Why did you stop?
I said I was too busy. I said I did not have time. It was not a priority.
I say that too.
That is an important lesson. Never say, I do not have time.
What should I say?
Say, I choose not to do this.
I choose not to?
Yes, you have time. If you do not study English for an hour, you do something else. You do not stop breathing for an hour. It is your choice.
You are right. I choose to watch TV instead.
Exactly. Make English a priority.
Okay, I will focus. What is number 2?
Number 2. Be persistent.
Persistent. That is a lovely word.
It means to keep going. Learning English is not a sprint. It is a marathon.
A marathon?
Yes, you need to keep going.
But people on social media say it is fast. They say I can get fluent in 3 months. They say I can learn English in 10 minutes.
It is not true. Influencers want views on their videos. They try to convince you it is easy.
So it takes time?
Yes. Look at the Cambridge English website. To move up one band from B1 to B2, it takes 200 hours of guided study.
200 hours?
Yes. And the higher you go, the more time it takes. A course takes 9 months for one level. That is realistic.
How can I be persistent for 9 months?
You must enjoy your study. Find materials you enjoy and like. That will keep you going.
Okay, I will find engaging materials. What is number 3?
Number 3, find your mojo.
Mojo?
Mojo means motivation. You need realistic and specific goals. You must measure your goals.
My goal is to be fluent.
That is not specific. What does fluent mean? When will you do it? It is too big. It is like the stars.
How can I make it specific?
Say this. I want to communicate my ideas on common topics in 6 months.
Oh, that is specific, and I can measure it.
Yes, and you must feed your motivation.
Feed it? Like a pet?
Yes. If you do not feed your pet, it will have no energy. It will disappear.
How do I feed my motivation?
Remember your why. Why are you doing this?
I want to study abroad. I want to work and live abroad for a better life.
That is your why. Remember that in difficult moments.
Is there another way to stay motivated?
Yes, connect with others. I lived in Madrid, Spain for a year. I decided to join a Spanish class.
Why? You were living in Spain. You could talk to people on the street.
I knew that, but I always said the same things on the street. I went to class to connect with people. We were in the same situation. When my motivation was down, we cheered each other up.
That sounds wonderful.
And do not forget to reward yourself.
Reward myself?
Yes. When you reach a goal, give yourself a pat on the back. Go to the cinema. Buy a book.
That will keep my motivation going. What is number 4?
Number 4, big goal, small steps.
Big goal, small steps.
Yes. Have you ever walked in the mountains?
Yes, I like rambling in the mountains.
Imagine you want to walk a big circle for 10 kilometers. You look at it and say, that will take ages.
Yes, it feels too big.
It is better to break it down. First, go to that peak. Second, go to that lake. Third, go down the valley to the village.
Small steps are doable.
Exactly. Let me tell you about my trip to China.
You went to China?
Yes, many years ago. I wanted to speak Chinese to a very high level. I wanted to be fluent.
Did you break it down?
Yes. My first year, I wanted to communicate with family and friends. My second year, I wanted to have daily conversations on the street. My third year, I wanted to work in Chinese.
Those are 3 clear goals.
For the first 8 months, I went to class every morning from 8 a.m. for an hour and a half before work.
Did it work?
Yes, I reached an A2 level. I could ask people to pass the sugar. Big goal, small steps.
Why are small steps important?
They help you focus on the present moment. Big goals make you feel overwhelmed. You get lost in your thoughts.
Okay, I will make small steps for the next 3 months. What is number 5?
Number 5, practice lots.
Practice lots.
Yes, a big mistake students make is studying too much.
Studying is a mistake?
Yes. I mean, reading grammar, learning rules, reading books, that is all passive. You are not speaking.
Did you make that mistake?
Yes. I studied French at school. I got to the age of 18. I had studied French for 10 years.
Could you speak French?
No. I could not speak. It was ridiculous.
What should I do?
Practice as much as you study. Practice speaking out. Practice making phrases. Practice online with classmates or teachers. Face-to-face or online, it does not matter.
Okay, I will practice lots. Are we finished?
Hang on. You said 5 things, but I have a bonus point. Point number 6.
Point number 6. What is it?
Number 6 is review.
Review?
Yes, it is essential. There is a theory by Hermann Ebbinghaus. It is called the forgetting curve.
The forgetting curve.
Yes. If you do not review, you will forget 70% of what you studied in 24 hours.
70%?
Yes. Your learning goes down.
How do I fix this?
Use spaced repetition theory, like the Duolingo app.
How does that work?
You learn words today. The next day, they come back again. A few days later, they come back again.
How should I review my classes?
After class, review your notes after a few hours. Then, a day or two later, do not review the notes.
What should I do instead?
Listen or watch something on the same topic. If you learned about weather, watch a weather report.
Oh, that recycles the language.
Exactly, reviewing and recycling. It is quite easy to do. Just find time.
Let me remember all 6 points. Focus and make it a priority. Be persistent because it is a marathon. Find my mojo in specific goals. Big goal, small steps. Practice lots. Do not just read grammar. And finally, review and recycle.
You got it, Alex.
I feel so confident now. I will not waste my time anymore. The choice is in my hands.
Yes, it is.
Thank you for sharing your stories, Amelia.
You are welcome, my friend.
What a wonderful lesson. Alex has learned so much today. He knows how to speed up his English learning. How do you feel about these 6 tips? Which tip is your favorite? Now, do you remember our listening challenge from part 1? The question was, what does Amelia say learning English is like? Did she say it is a sprint or a marathon? Write your answer in the comments below. Please write your answer in English. Writing even a simple sentence is a great way to practice. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to the Peak English channel. Keep going, be focused, and stay motivated. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. Take care, my friends. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.